At this time, it is my honor and privilege to ask the Honorable Congressman James E. Clyburn to introduce South Carolina State University's Fall 2021 commencement speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and members of the board, administrators, faculty, students, congratulations. Now, when I was growing up over in Sumter, my dad used to say to me all the time that the first sign of a good education is good manners. So, I want all the members of this class to show how well educated you are. Stand and say thank you to your parents, your guardians, whoever foot that bill every month for you to be here. Stand up and say thank you. Secondly, I want to say to the graduates here today that when you start out on your life's journey, you will not always get it right. I want all of you to remember what your parents and guardians said to you time and time again. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Now, when I got elected to Congress, I had already lost 3 times. And a friend of mine said to me, "What are you going to do now?" You know what they say, 3 strikes and you out. I said to my friend, that's the baseball rule. And nobody should live their lives by baseball rules. So I want to say to you, graduates, no matter how many times you attempt, you keep trying until you get it right. Don't give up. Now, thirdly, I want to say to you that don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. You know, a lot of us are limited in what we do because we want to be comfortable throughout the whole process. I've been telling the story recently of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison is credited with having invented the light bulb. And that's true. But he couldn't get it to work right. He was not able to get that light bulb to work right until he went up to Massachusetts and sat down with a young man named Louis Latimer. Louis Latimer was the son of former slaves. His parents had escaped from slavery to Boston, Massachusetts. But Louis Latimer had invented something called a filament. And someone said to Thomas Edison, said, you know, you might be able to get that light bulb to work right if you get outside of your comfort zone, go up to Massachusetts and sit down with this black guy named Louis Latimer and get that filament that he's invented, and you might be able to get the light bulb to work. Thomas Edison did that. Both he and Louis Latimer got outside of their comfort zones, and they have lit the world. So I want to say to each and every one of you, I matriculated here 64 years ago, this past September. Also in that class was my late wife, who came to this campus in a pickup truck. Her family didn't own the car. She had a footlocker on the bed of that pickup truck. And she came to this campus from a little 22-acre farm in Berkeley County. I don't know what was expected of her, but I know what she did. She came across a little wayward guy from Sumter, South Carolina, and turned him into a United States congressman. So there's no limit. Not only did she do that, but not long before she passed away, a little over 2 years ago, she said to me, if we want to succeed in this upcoming election, we had better nominate Joe Biden. She passed away before the South Carolina primary. But what she said to me that night stayed on my mind. And when I looked among those 20-some-odd candidates running for the Democratic nomination, several of whom were very close friends of ours, I remembered what she said to me. And I followed her directions, just as I had for the 58 years that we were married. And so several weeks ago, I was sitting out having lunch with the new president. And he said to me, President Conyers said, I know the story of your having not marched. Why don't you consider coming and marching with the class of 2021 to celebrate the 60th anniversary of your having finished your coursework? I told him I would consider doing so. He said, and by the way, I would like for you to march and give the commencement address. I told him I would look into it. But I had something else in mind. And I went to my friend, Cedric Richmond, who is here today, with whom I served in Congress, and I told Cedric, I said, Cedric, I'm going to be marching the class of 2021 to get my diploma, which I never got. Now, I want you to help me get the speaker for the commencement. I didn't tell him that I had already agreed to do it. I said, I think it would be great for me to get my degree from the President of the United States, Joe Biden. And Cedric told me he would look into it. Well, when we reached out to Joe Biden, he immediately accepted. And I'm told that the proper way to introduce the President of the United States is by simply saying, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.